Join us as we start exploring New Mexico's forgotten history with our Sierra Blanca series. In this video, we'll be covering the history of Monjeau Lookout, views of the Sierra Blanca area, and several mining sites, tying all the videos in the series together for you. So let's jump right in at exploring New Mexico's forgotten history.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for War Possum Productions, the Sierra Blanca series, where we talk about forgotten New Mexico history. We're at Monjeau Lookout this afternoon, and no, Monjeau's not forgotten. Everybody comes up here. But we're going to use the views that we get here and the vistas that we see to tie all the video together, because we've got some sweeping panoramas of the Sierra Blanca Mountains. So join us up here at the top of the lookout. Monjeau Lookout was built in 1936 and then later rebuilt again by the Civilian Conservation Corps in 1940. This is one of the shining examples of the work the CCC did across the United States. It's no longer used as a lookout station. Other forms of imagery have taken its place, but it's still a beautiful place to see the Sierra Blancas, and we're going to tie everything together that we're going to talk about here. So we're up here at Monjeau Lookout. We're at 9,600 feet. If you come up here, remember that the air is a little bit thin, not as much oxygen here. Take a minute or two to get acclimated. You don't want altitude sickness. Off in the distance, you can see Baxter Mountain and Carrizo over near White Oaks. The little low hill here on the other side down in the valley is Veracruz, and then down below that is Nogales. Off in the distance behind us is Capitan. And then coming across through here, you can see Church Mountain. This white spot that you see in the distance over here, that's actually a really deep mine shaft up above Bonita Lake in that area. You want to stay away from that fella. Just to the right of that is the Water Dog property, Tommy LeMay's place. We're going to talk about that, show you some malachite and some azurite that's from there. The taller peak over here is Nogales Peak. And then coming across the ridge, these rocks right over here are at the Great Western Mine. Then we're going to come up the ridge here. The antenna site up here at the top is Buck Mountain. And then all the way up at the top there, that's Sierra Blanca Peak. The road that goes up there is the road that goes up to the ski area. So also one of the greater trails of Sierra Blanca is Crest Trail 25. And you can actually join it just right down below Monjeau Lookout here. We'll take some video down there of the trailhead. But you can see the trail as it sketches across through here and then edges back. It actually comes across by Buck Mountain, then heads up to Sierra Blanca Peak. It's a beautiful trail. I highly recommend it. Not particularly technical. Really, really nice. So down below us here, we've got Via Madonna, a small subdivision that's nestled against the hills here. It suffered quite badly in the Little Bear Fire. And then below us down here is kind of Ruidoso proper. You can see the Links Golf Course and the Convention Center down here. And then off in this distance, we'll talk about that here in just a second. So also below us here is the Spencer Theater. Just to the left of that, you can see the runways of the Ruidoso Airport. In the distance back there are the Capitan Mountains. On the far end is where Arabella is at. We're actually going to shoot some video there eventually. The Arabella spires are quite classic. Then the gap in the Capitan Mountains, that's Capitan Gap. That's where Smokey the Bear was found. And then off in this distance, we tie back into Veracruz or Carrizo Peak, in that area that we've already talked about. So thank you for joining us this afternoon. I hope you'll stay with us. We're gonna have some really great video as we talk about the history of this area. We tie it all together with everything that we've talked about this afternoon. Come on, War Possum, let's go. We're here at the start of Crest Trail 25. This is the trailhead right down below Monjeau Lookout. Trail takes off in this direction, goes a long ways, all the way up to the crest, then back down the saddle and across through Argentine Canyon, then back up again and all the way over to Nogales Peak, and then pops out by the cattle guard over there. It's a beautiful trail. Like I said earlier on, it's not particularly technical, very, very pleasant, lots of great views, and there's actually a fair old number of people that are on it, so it's a pretty safe trail as well. Please feel free to come and enjoy it.
We hope you enjoyed the start of our New Mexico's Forgotten History series and the beautiful views from Monjeau Lookout. Now that we've set the stage, continue exploring with us as we travel through the Sierra Blanca area, stopping at several mining sites and sharing their stories and history. We'll also talk about the history of the area and even touch on some rumors. In the next video, we'll explore the history of Bonita Lake, Bonita City, and straighten out the facts concerning the Bonita City Massacre. So stick around and explore with us.